Hello everyone. Oh. Oh, my first one. Hiya, welcome to Pilates. 2, 8, 10. Good afternoon everybody, hope you're all okay. Welcome to Pilates. If you've never joined me here before, all you'll need is a mat or like a rug or soft carpet or something like that. Hello, all 77 of you. Welcome. Hi Irene from Scotland. 97 now, wow, that grew quickly. Hi Rochelle. Hi Ashley. So if you've never done Pilates, hi Caroline, if you've never done Pilates before, I would suggest that you just don't get too worked up if you can't remember everything today. It can be a little bit hard to get used to first of all, but you can always go back and watch the previous videos. But today we'll still be doing light exercises and just still familiarising ourselves with Pilates and the pelvis and different exercises. Hi Pamela. Hi Suda. Bye. Hi Cliff, Bernice. Okay, so we're going to get started in a couple of minutes. Has anyone not done Pilates here before? Oh, hi Katie from Hull Beach. I'm from Hull Beach too. Hi Leslie. Hi Petra. I've never done it before. Okay, that's fine. So if you've never done it before, I will explain this before we get started. If you have never done it before, we'll do the class today, and then I suggest for future classes, if you go back and look at the other videos that I've done a couple of weeks ago, where I talk about the pelvis and the spine and the alignment and the core, you'll have a better understanding of Pilates. You can watch me later. Yes, it will be saved to the page, don't worry. Okay, got loads of you today, fabulous. So anyone who has been joining me for the past few weeks, has everyone been practicing their neutral pelvis? And how are they finding it? Okay, never done it before, just seeing what happens, fabulous. So yeah, watch it today and then go back and watch the other videos. That will help you massively, yeah. Not done it before, lovely. So for those of you who haven't done it before, I'll quickly talk very quickly about Pilates. So Pilates is a form of exercise that really helps to strengthen your core, and obviously having core strength can help you with your balance, and it just helps to mobilize you. It helps to build strength from within, and it's also very good for finding your neutral pelvis, which I will talk about. And you can actually grow taller because of over the years, our jobs and lifestyle, etc. We can sometimes like round through our shoulders, and we will need to correct the posture and lift up. So yeah, that Pilates will really help you with that. So that's what it's good for. Get started in 1 minute. 2 inches taller. You see, this is what happens when you practice Pilates all the time. The more you do it, the taller your spine will have to be. It's very, very good for you. I highly recommend it, obviously. Okay, just 1 more minute and then we'll get going. Sort my hair out. I've been painting this morning. Me and my boyfriend are painting our kitchen, so I've got paint everywhere, so that's why my hair isn't quite done. Okay, it's 2:30, so let's get going. Do you have to be fit? Not at all. I always say everyone has to start with their first ever exercise class, and also, you know, you have to start with your first Pilates class at some point. So here we go, okay? Don't worry too much. No, there won't be too much kneeling, don't worry. Someone just asked me how many times this happens. This happens once a week. However, I will talk to you about a class, my own class that I run on a Thursday evening via Zoom, and I will talk to you about that at the end of the class. Okay, so I've had a few messages and questions about that lately, so I will talk to you later. Okay, so let's get going. First things first, how I like to, there we go. I always like to start a class cross-legged because if you've never done it before, sitting cross-legged, yes, it does sort of hurt a little bit because our muscles are very sore, and we probably haven't done this since we were about 5. So I always try and do this. The more you sit cross-legged, the better it will be for your posture, and it will also really help your hips as well. If you've got really tight hips, just walk your feet away from you a little bit and then push your knees down, and you'll find you won't have so much tension. But the more I practice this, the better it is. I always say, if you've got watching Coronation Street and there's a ad break, just sit for the ad break, try and sit like this. The more you do it, the more your body will love you for it, and it will get easier. So sitting nice and tall, you want to make sure you're really sat on your sitting bones. And as well, if you're sat in a chair, you can do some exercises sat in your chair, so you can still come join in. So just push the shoulders back and down and just look straight forward. So practicing the posture even here, it's really easy to slouch around. Let's sit up nice and tall, push the shoulders down. Don't push your chest forward, keep the chest in. And all we're going to do is tilt the right ear to the right shoulder and into the middle, and then the left ear to the left shoulder. We use our neck a lot in Pilates. Some exercises, the neck starts off the exercise with a curling of the neck. So I always like to make sure we're nice and warm, and then come into the middle and then turn the chin. So you're always trying to get the chin over the right shoulder, and then come back in, and then over to the left, and then come back in, and then over to the right, and come back in, and then over to the left, and come back in, and then just place the left hand on the floor, lift the right arm up, and then just reach over. Don't want to overreach, this is just a little gentle stretch. And then come up, lower down, lift up, stretch over, and come back in. And last time, left hand down, right arm up, breathe out. Come up and lower, and last time, lift that arm up and gently reach. Fabulous. Okay, now what we're going to do is come up to standing. So we're going to very gently do this because Pilates is sort of similar to yoga in the sense that it's quite relaxing. So we're going to crouch into a little ball. So if you're already sat down, obviously just sit yourself up. We're going to crouch into our little ball. Before we stand straight up, we're going to push the feet flat to the floor and sort of like round over through the spine so our legs are straight. So we're just going to activate our hamstrings. So take a deep breath in, and then when we breathe out, we push the heels in and drop the head, stretch out through the backs of the legs. Just hold it there. And now very gently bend those knees and then roll all the way back up. Oh, wonderful. Okie dokie. So let's talk quickly about the neutral pelvis. So my loves, if we turn to the side, we'll have my feet hip width apart, so heels out, toes forwards, okay? Now if we tuck the pelvis under, our thighs are going to be facing forwards, we're squeezing our bottom together and we look like Mr. Bean slightly, leaning into our backs. This is a very exaggerated version, but this is how most people stand, okay? Now take your fingers, place them underneath the hips, push back, and as you can see now, the curves in my spine are natural. I'm not squeezing under anymore, and this is my neutral pelvis. So just very quickly, 3 times we're going to do this today. Tuck under, so squeeze everything, and then push the fingertips, push back, look forward, and again tuck it under, squeeze in, and then push back, and again tuck it under and push back, and one more for luck if we tuck it under and back. Okay, so that is how we find our neutral pelvis. Like I said, if you are new to Pilates, watch this one today and then go back to the 7th of January where I spoke more in depth about this. It will give you a better understanding. Right, so the feet are hip width, our pelvis is perfectly neutral. The shoulders are down and relaxed and the hands are down by our sides. What we're going to do is turn the palms so they're facing the back of the room. Look straight forward because your eye line will also massively help you with your posture. Okay, and then from here we breathe in and we lift up the arms without popping up through the ribs. So our arms are straight. So I'm only lifting my arms up as high as I can without popping through the chest. And then very gently lowering all the way down. Okay, and again, inhale, look forward. Up we go. That's it. And then gently lower. So this doesn't look like you're doing a lot. However, if we use our mind to muscle connection, you will feel, if you push your hands down, you're going to feel this in your shoulder and you might gently feel it in your core. So lift up and squeeze and lower. And again, lift up and lower, squeeze down. Just one more. Now we're going to start to add on, make things a little bit funkier. We're going to come up onto the toes so the heels are off the floor. If you struggle with this, then just stick with the arms. But let's just see. If you need to, just lift off one heel at a time. So inhale, lift up, and then exhale, lower down. And again, inhale. And exhale, lower. There we go. So just quickly, don't feel like you have to stand or up like this, like you're, I don't know, a supermodel on the catwalk with your high heels on. Okay, even if you just lift up a little way, that's better than nothing because your core's working. Because your core controls your body, when you're balancing, your core's working extra hard. So very good practice. So let's go again. We'll do it 4 more times. We're going to inhale, come up onto the toes, lift the arms up. And lower, come all the way down. And again, inhale and lift. And lower. And lift up. Look straight forward. And lower, and one more for luck. Inhale, lift, so spread through the fingertips, feel the strength in your ankles, feel that core working, and then lower, come all the way down. Good. So shake out your legs. You may have felt this in your calves here, that's completely normal. It's also very good for ankle mobility as well, to get all your joints and the muscles and blood flowing. Okay, so let's start again. Feet hip width apart, quick pelvis check. Okay, now we're coming into our Pilates squat. So we did do these last week. You're going to look straight forwards. Okay, so your chin's parallel to the floor and your arms are down by your sides. Squeezing your core and keeping your pelvis neutral. This is where it becomes trickier because you've got to keep your pelvis exactly where you put it throughout the whole exercise. We get inhale and then exhale, bend the knees, push into the heels and squeeze up. Now, just quickly look, my pelvis is in neutral now. When I bend my knees, and then when I squeeze up, my pelvis is still neutral. Can you see? I've not tucked it under as I'm coming up. So, keep the feet hip width apart, pelvis in neutral, look forward, inhale, and exhale, bend those knees. Now, really push into the heels as you stand back up. And the pelvis is still neutral. Let's do 4 more. Nice and slowly. Drop the shoulders, look straight forward. Inhale. Exhale, bend those knees. Good. Now push into the heels. Breathe in. Breathe out, push and squeeze back up. Wonderful. And again, inhale, bend those knees. Exhale, push into the heels and squeeze up. And again, inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, push and lift up. And again, one more time, breathe in. And come down. and push into the heels and squeeze up. Very good. Now give your legs a little shake out. Again, you would have felt that all here, all in the legs. Very good for strengthening your knees, that one. So if you do have weaker knees and you want to build up some strength, always do the squats. Okay, let's try a new exercise today. We're going to stand with our feet hip width apart. Okay, now we don't want to lean too much, so I'll show you first. We're going to have the left side of our body, slight bend in that left knee. And what we're going to do is just start to activate the hips. We want to just tap the foot out to side and bring it back in. When we bring the foot back in, our foot isn't touching the floor. So it's just hovering off slightly. Okay, I'll show you again. So my left side is in concrete, I can't move. I tap my foot out and then I bring the foot in without letting the foot slide on the floor. It's more of a lift. Now when you do that, you'll feel it more in your core because your core is activating by letting you bring the foot in, because for a few seconds you'll only stand on one leg, okay? I always try and explain this as I go through exercises so you can go, I understand why she's doing that now, okay? So, feet at hip width. Let's be up nice and tall, look straight forward. If you want to hold on to something here, feel free, you'll get more out of the exercise if you do that. Left foot on the floor, we breathe in, breathe out, tap the right foot out, and then bring it back in, without touching the floor until your foot goes flat at the end. Okay, and again, 4 more times. Inhale, tap, exhale, bring it in. Inhale, and tap, and exhale, bring it in. Good. Inhale, out, exhale, and in. Inhale, tap, exhale, and in. Last time, breathe in. Inhale, tap it out, and then exhale, squeeze it back in. Very good. Now you might have felt that, you probably would have felt that more in the supporting leg, in the left leg, especially in the thigh. That's normal. Okay, other side. Feet are hip width apart, pelvis in neutral, keep looking forward. So right side, have a slight bend in that right knee, breathe in, breathe out, tap the left foot out, and back in. You can feel it now working on different sides of your body. Inhale, tap. Exhale, and in. And again, left side. Tap it out. And squeeze it in. And again, left side. Tap it out. Squeeze it in. And last side. Tap it out. And squeeze it in. Good. That's a really good one to practice as well throughout the week. Just practice leaving that foot off as you bring it back in will definitely work into the core. Let's have the feet hip width apart once again. We're going into a roll down now. So the roll down is like a classic Pilates move. It really helps alleviate tension in the lower back. So hands are down by the sides, look straight forward, pelvis in neutral to start. And then we inhale, nod the chin, and then exhale round through the spine. So you're very gently, it's like someone's, like you're a puppet. And you'll very gently start to bend the knees, let the head drop, and then just imagine someone's pushing their hand very gently on your back. Now you want to feel this in your lower back and not your legs, okay? This is more of a hamstring stretch and a thigh stretch. This stretches out the back. So let the head drop, just round through. Just take some nice deep breaths in and out. And when you're ready, breathe in. Breathe out, push into the heels and very gently, as slowly as you can, restack and lift all the way up. And then you're back in your neutral, perfect posture position. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. Exhale, we nod the chin. We round through. Come all the way down, bend those knees. Let the head go. Feel nice and loose, feel really relaxed, completely relaxed right now. And then when you're ready, instead of coming up, if you can, fingertips onto the mat and bend the knees, and we're coming to sit down. If you need to stand up again and then slowly come sit yourself down in a different way, please feel free, obviously do what works for you. But we're going to start working into our core now. So gently come and roll yourself all the way down. Just going to have a quick drink. I had chips for lunch, which was very naughty of me, but now I'm very thirsty. Okay, so your feet are hip width apart, so knees together, heels out, toes forward, and then gently come to lay down. Now, let's quickly run over that pelvis again. When we tuck the pelvis here, so like our Mr. Bean stance but laying down, right? If you take your fingers now and put it underneath your lower back, can you get any fingers under there? If the answer is no, you're tucking your pelvis, which is not a neutral pelvis. Fingertips underneath the hip bone, just like we did standing up, and push down ever so slightly. Now with your fingers, can you get some fingers under there now? Yes, your pelvis is in neutral. Be careful you don't overarch it so your chest is sticking up towards the ceiling. Keep everything down and you'll feel probably your core activating even in a neutral pelvis. Okay, so let's try it one more time. Tuck the pelvis under, fingertips underneath the lower back. Can I get any fingers under there? No. Fingertips on hips, push down. My back is now naturally arching and I've got space between my back and the mat. You see? Okay. Hope you found that useful. If you're struggling with this, please don't worry. It does take quite a few weeks to get the hang of your neutral pelvis. Refer back to my first ever video, my live that I did on the 7th of January. Okay? So, head is in the hands. Let's start to work on that core six-pack. Let's go. So, clasp the hands behind your head. Elbows are out wide. You want your feet hip width apart and your pelvis is in neutral. This is not like a classic sit-up. It's a curl up. So, we inhale and then we exhale. First things first, we nod the chin towards the chest. Remember, that small ball between the chin and the chest. We never want the chin touching the chest. Elbows are wide. Then we inhale, exhale, squeeze it up. Keep that pelvis in neutral. Look at the thighs, and then we lower everything and come all the way down. Okay, let's go again. We breathe in, we nod the chin, we squeeze up, and then we lower. Okay, I'm going to talk you through this again. So, head in the hands, we nod the chin, so the chin near the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Now imagine someone's pulling your top from here and then lifting you up, keeping the elbows wide. If you have the elbows together, you'll pull on your neck. And then lower down. And again, we inhale. We nod the chin. And we lift up. Squeeze. And then we lower. Let's do one more. Readjust the hands. Every time you come back down, push the elbows down. The only reason why I say this, it's very natural to use our neck and our head more than our core. Last time. Now we inhale, we nod the chin. Now exhale, lift up and hold it here for 5, 4, elbows wide, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Well done. Hug knees into the chest, rock from side to side. Very good. That really helps us to warm up our cores. Okay. Let's try something else now. I'm just going to move this back slightly. So you've got a little bit more space. That's perfect. So, what we're going to do now is slide the feet away from our bodies. So our feet are our feet are hip width apart. Our pelvis is in neutral. We're going to breathe in. And breathe out, slide the left foot away, keeping the heel in contact with the mat, and then slide and bring it back in. Other side, you might lose a sock here, that's completely normal. So we slide away, and then we come back in. Now, just quickly, fingers underneath back, are we in neutral? Yes, if not, pop yourself in neutral. Inhale, exhale, slide it away, and come back in. Now again, this is where the challenge comes in, right side. With our pelvis, we want our pelvis to be really, really still when we do this. Exhale, slide it away. And come back in. And the right side, inhale. Exhale, slide it away. And come back in. Left side, slide away. And come back in. One more time this side. Slide it away. And come back in. Fabulous. before we move on and make it a little harder, just quick pelvis check. The more you are connected to your pelvis and the more you train it, one day you'll just go into neutral and it'll stay in neutral and it'll be the most loveliest feeling ever. Right, lift the arms up. Now the wrist is in line with the shoulders. What we're going to do, now there's two options here. I know that coordination is not a lot of people's strength, even I struggle sometimes. So I'll give you an easier option if you find that this is too much for you and you're not getting as much out of the exercise as you could be doing, okay? So what we want to do is slide the left foot away and move the right arm back. And then we squeeze it in, okay? So now left arm goes back, right leg goes out. And we come back in. If that's too much for you, just do both arms back. Okay, now when you're moving your arms, make sure you're not stretching and lifting your chest right up to the ceiling and pelvis stays in neutral. This is where Pilates gets trickier and we've got a lot to focus on. So just do your best and have fun and enjoy it, okay? So inhale, we're going to move the right hand back and the left leg out. So slide it away and then squeeze and bring it back in. And now the left arm goes back and the right leg goes away. And squeeze it back in. And then the right side, slide that away, left arm back. Sorry, right arm back, left leg out. See, I told you to get confused. And then come back in. And now left arm back, right foot goes away. And come back in. Let's do one more time each side. Right hand back, left foot away. And come back in, last time. Left arm back, right leg out. And come back in. Hug those knees into the chest. Well done. Now you might be feeling that your back could be a little bit sore. Just check, if this is the case, just check that you're not overarching your back. Okay, sometimes if we overarch when we do exercises, we can feel a little bit of agitation in the lower back area or the glutes or the back itself, the whole back. So just be wary of that. And always listen to your body. Rightio, what time are we on? Okay, let's move on now. We're going to lay onto our front. So we're going to work into the back. As always, if you have previous back injury, back pain, please keep yourself really safe and never do too much and never push yourself too much, okay? Hands go underneath the shoulders and the forehead on the floor and the elbows squeeze in, all right? So the palms are flat. These help to ground you into the mat. Now put your forehead on the floor and then wiggle your hips from side to side and just make sure that so the front of your body feels like it's even on both sides. The reason why I say this is that one side of our bodies is always more stronger and more dominant than the other side, so we want to keep it equal, okay? So a little rock from side to side. Glue those elbows into the side of the body, and then we're going to breathe in and breathe out. Push the hands into the mat and lift the upper body off the mat slightly. So it's the chest and the shoulders, and our eyes are looking straight down towards the mat. I would encourage you to keep your eyes closed. Sometimes you can feel slightly dizzy doing this. Inhale, and then exhale, let's lower all the way back down and relax. And then again, remember, don't nose butt the mat, okay? Forehead on the floor, inhale, allow the elbows to come in. Exhale, squeeze up. Now squeeze everything. This is so good for strengthening your whole of your back. And then lower down. Inhale. Exhale, push, lift up. And then lower. Good. And again, one more time. Squeeze those elbows in. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale once again. And lower. Well done. Now we're going to push up, sink back, stretch the arms forward, just stretch out the back into a child's pose. If you do yoga, this is called child's pose. Very good. And now we're coming on to all fours and we're just going to finish up with a little bit of back stretches and a little bit of glute work as well, okay? So hands are flat onto the floor, the wrist is in line with the shoulder and the knees in line with the hip. Our neck is nice and long. And then we're going to make sure that the knees are in a ruler, in a straight line. Okay, relax the neck. We're going to nod the chin and then round through the spine, push up. This is probably one of the best and nicest exercises you can ever do if you have any tension in your back, along with the roll down. And then we inhale, exhale, look forward, sticking the glutes back out. And then we go again. So inhale, exhale, nod the chin, round through. And then uncurl, look forward. And again, one more time. Inhale, exhale, nod round. Push up. Now really push into the palms. Imagine you're trying to get your spine all the way to the ceiling and lower. Okay. Now we want to be in a neutral position, so we need to stick our glutes out for this. Okay. And what I want you to do, I'm going to move forward with my mat slightly, is this is where it gets tricky. So just do your best to see what you can do. You don't want too much pressure into the left side of the body. You want to just slide that right foot back and then bring it back in. Now, you're going to lose your socks here, like me. Every time. I forget. I've been teaching 4 years and I always forget. Okay, so relax the toes. Don't have them curved like this. Now, imagine you've got a spirit level on your lower back, and imagine someone's pulling your right ankle away from your body. So you're sliding it away. So my hips now are level. This is my hips unlevel. This is my hips nice and level. And then bring the knee and come back in. Left side, you're going to slide it away. And then come back in. And again, inhale, exhale, now keep the weight even in the hands, slide away, and come back in. Very good. And again, inhale, left knee now goes out and behind, and come back in. Let's do 2 more each side. Breathe in, breathe out, slide away, and come back in. Left side, inhale, exhale, slide it away and come back in. And the right side, inhale, exhale, slide and come back in. And the left side, slide it out and come back in. Well done. Sink down. You may have felt that slightly in the shoulders. That's normal. You're working your, the whole of your back, and your core is working a lot there as well. So let's come down into our child's pose and have a little stretch before we finish. So just hold it here. Just stretch the arms out. You should feel it all in the sides of the body. And then when you're ready, come up. Now I'm going to sit kneeling. Okay, I find this comfortable. If you don't, you can do this cross-legged or in a chair, this next one, okay? So what you want to do, first of all, is just push the arm out, so that you're high-fiving the air, and then take your fingers on top of your other fingers and then just pull back. This is really nice. Don't pull back too hard. This is really nice to alleviate any tension in the wrists and the elbow, not really the elbow, but the forearms. It will really help to stretch it out. And then let's go to the other side. Just stretch it back. And then let's open up through the top of the back. Have your hands clasped together like this, so you're holding your own hand. And then hands come into the middle of the body. And then we inhale. And then we nod the chin, we exhale, and we round through. So it's like you're trying to create a C shape with your spine. So push round through. And then really release and come back in. And again, inhale. Exhale, nod, round through. And come back in. Let's do one more. This is really nice to do at any time of the day. Inhale, nod, and round. You can just help with your shoulders, any neck pain, stretching out the back. And then come back in. Wonderful. And now we're going to finish off. We might run over just ever so slightly, but we're going to finish off sitting cross-legged. Okay? So, sit cross-legged as much as you can. It will really help with tight hips, create more flexibility, and it's also very good for your mind, because if you hate doing it, and the more you do it, the more you train yourself to think, no, I'm strong and I can sit cross-legged. So, it doesn't matter if your feet are out here. okay? Because if you've got really tight hips, then that might be all you can do, but just sit like that. Imagine someone sat on either one of your knees and push down. We're just going to have a minute, just quiet breathing, sitting like this. So you can close your eyes, feel your spine nice and lengthened, relax the wrists onto the knees, and just breathe in and out, and just enjoy it. So we inhale, and we exhale, and we inhale, and exhale, and we inhale, and exhale, and breathe in, and breathe out. I'm going to let you now in your own time, just continue your breathing. Feeling nice and relaxed. And then when you're ready, take a nice deep breath in and just sit up a little bit taller. And when you're ready, inhale, exhale, drop your right ear to the right shoulder, push the shoulders down, and again, feel that neck release. And into the middle, and then over to the left side. Just relaxed. Keep your shoulders down, into the middle, and look over the right shoulder. And into the middle, inhale. And exhale, look over to the left shoulder. Inhale, left hand down, right arm reaches up high, inhale. Exhale, reach, stretch. Into the middle, inhale. Exhale, round over. Just nice and gentle, hands come down. And then I always like to finish with a nice tall spine, lift the arms up, nearly finished sitting cross-legged, you're doing really well. And lower. So we inhale, nice tall spine, fingertips reach up towards the ceiling. And exhale, lower. And inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last time, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. And give yourself a big round of applause, or a little round of applause, whatever you think. Okay, so well done. That was your last Pilates class. What am I talking about? That was your 4th Pilates class. I really hope you enjoyed that. I've had a few questions about how regular the classes will be. The classes will be every single Wednesday at 2:30. But I do have my, let me just turn on my comments again. I do have my, what am I doing? Sorry, excuse me. There we go. I do a Thursday night Zoom class. The details are on my Pilates with April Moon page. And it's £15 for 4 classes. Thursday evening, 6:45 till 7:30 is the beginners class. The intermediate class is 5:45 till 6:30, but it's £15 for the four let me put my teeth back in. 4 45-minute classes every single Thursday. So if you're interested in joining any of those, please just let me know. And you can always message me on my Pilates with April Moon Facebook page. If you haven't already, please like that. It really helps. It's gone up hundreds since I joined here, which is fantastic. So thank you so much. I'll be around for a minute. If anyone's got any questions they would like to ask me, I did have a question, how many times can you do Pilates in a week? If you're doing sort of very gentle exercises, you can do some every single day. Even if you did like the little warm-up section every day just to practice, I would definitely recommend doing your neutral pelvis as many times as you can. The more you do that, the better it will be, and the more you will sort of your mind and your body would just go, oh, I'm standing waiting for a bus, so I'm going to neutral now, or I'm washing up, oh, I'm going to neutral now. It's really good, so keep practicing that. Thank you for your lovely comments. I'm glad you enjoyed the class. So yeah, a little bit here and there at beginner level is fine. You're more than welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Can't believe it's been week 3 already. Lovely, that's great. I'm glad you're getting a lot out of it. Consistency is key with Pilates. It really will change your life and your body, definitely. Great, I'm glad you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Also as well, if you've got any questions sort of throughout the week, you know, feel free to please comment, message me on my Pilates April Moon page. You know, I'll always answer them as best that I can. If you've got any questions about Pilates, that's fine. Still quite a few of you, but let's go back. Oh, you're more than welcome. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're all enjoying it. Okay, I think that's everybody. Does yoga complement Pilates? Yes, it does. Yoga is very good for sort of flexibility. It really helps to make you very supple. It's also a bit more spiritual than Pilates, but the two will go hand in hand together, yes, because in yoga, you're still using your core. You know, some yoga is actually a bit more strenuous, some poses on the body, you know, and more for mentally as well. So do the two together, yeah, that's perfectly fine. Am I a personal trainer? Yeah, I'm a personal trainer as well, and Pilates, and I teach yoga. I've got I can do quite a lot of exercises, yes. You're more than welcome. Okie dokie, I think that's everything. So I'll see you all next week. Got 2 hip replacements. Yes, unfortunately, sometimes if you've had operations or past injuries, sitting cross-legged, yeah, it might hurt you. So I'd always just recommend sitting in a chair and sitting up really tall, and that will, you know, you'll help align yourself. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, after COVID-19 goes away, whenever that it will be. Kind of looking forward to the day I can get back to face-to-face classes, but oh well, thank God for technology, hey. Okay, so I'll see you all next Wednesday, everyone. Like I said, if you need any more information regarding my Zoom classes, please just let me know. I do have a website, yes, and also my Facebook page, Pilates April Moon, which I believe someone's very kindly just commented on the comments down here as well. Have a fantastic week. I know we're in lockdown, but you can always make things fun. I also have like little exercise of the weeks on my Pilates page on Facebook as well, so feel free to give that a little like. And I'll see you all next week. Keep nice and safe and stay nice and happy. And I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much.